Welcome back to the battles between Pinhead versus Freddy Krueger and who will win. Before we dive deep into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you very much. Pinhead is one of the most haunting horror icons. He appears in the Hellraiser film series created by Clive Barker. More than just a demon, Pinhead is the embodiment of a dark philosophy about the fragile boundary between pain and pleasure, where humans willingly trade their souls to experience forbidden sensations. Before becoming the Hell Priest, Pinhead was once a man named Elliot Spencer, a British Army officer who fought in World War I. What he witnessed on the battlefield left him with psychological scars that could never be erased, gradually causing him to lose faith in the meaning of life. In his search for intense sensations, Spencer opened the Lament Configuration, a mysterious box regarded as a gateway connecting the human world to a hellish dimension. Spencer opened the Lament Configuration, a mysterious box regarded as a gateway connecting the human world to a hellish dimension. What makes Pinhead terrifying lies not only in his supernatural power, but also in his calm, rational, almost philosophical voice. He does not blindly hunt his prey. Instead, Pinhead appears only when humans deliberately seek out the box, when their own greed and curiosity open the path for hell to pour in. In Pinhead's world, there are no innocent victims, only souls willing to pay the price for what they desire. In the horror universe of Hellraiser, Pinhead is not merely a torturer in demonic form. Pinhead exists as nearly immortal. He does not age, his body does not decay over time, and even when destroyed, he can be reborn through rituals or through the Hell dimension. To Pinhead, death is only a temporary state, never an end. Alongside this is extraordinary endurance. Bullets, energy weapons, or physical attacks are meaningless because Pinhead does not feel pain at all. The chains and hooks that emerge from nothingness have become his terrifying signature. Pinhead can control them as extensions of his will, tearing apart victims' bodies, binding their souls, and even channeling electricity or altering their form to intensify the torment. However, what is even more frightening is his ability to manipulate reality. He can distort the surrounding environment, create illusions, transform matter, cause sacred symbols to melt or freeze with a single cold thought. Pinhead also controls souls. He harvests, imprisons, and restructures human souls, turning death into a twisted rebirth in the form of a Cenobite. His telepathic ability allows him to read the deepest fears, guilt, and desires, making all resistance hopeless. Space and dimensions cannot confine Pinhead. He can easily open portals between Earth and Hell, teleport, and bring other entities with him. He can even control elements such as fire, ice, electricity, and explosive energy with destructive force far beyond nuclear weapons. When necessary, he can summon his kind, alter his physical form, and enlarge himself to a planetary scale. Pinhead rarely forces. He guides, manipulates, and plants temptation, allowing humans to open the gates of hell with their own hands. And that willingness is the cruelest sentence he delivers to his victims. Pinhead continually proves that he is not merely the executioner of hell, but a being of overwhelming power. Each appearance leaves a bloody mark. Pinhead tortured Frank Cotton with chains that appeared from nothingness, tearing apart his body and dragging his soul into hell. This act demonstrates not only cruelty, but also his absolute authority over both body and soul. In Hellbound Hellraiser 2, released in 1988, he continued to display his dominance by transforming and controlling new Cenobites, while directly confronting Leviathan, the supreme ruler of hell, showing that Pinhead was not inferior within the dark hierarchy. Pinhead also defeated Lucifer, an entity capable of destroying massive meteors with devastation spanning multiple continents. Not stopping there, Pinhead has caused explosions with destructive power far beyond nuclear weapons, melting matter, and even enlarging his body enough to spread disaster on a planetary scale. In Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, released in 1992, Pinhead faced rebellious Cenobites, false entities possessing enough strength to pierce concrete and destroy trains. He defeated them one by one, reaffirming his irreplaceable position as the Hell Priest. Although he has sometimes been temporarily defeated, Pinhead has never truly disappeared. Even when cast into space in Hellraiser Bloodline, he survived and returned, a reminder that hell never releases prey once it has been marked. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and turn on notifications to watch the earliest videos. Thank you very much. Now we will talk about Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger is the embodiment of primal fear associated with sleep, the one who turns moments of rest that seem safest into a doorway to death. When he was alive, Freddy Krueger was a serial killer who targeted children in the town of Springwood. He was arrested, but escaped conviction because of legal loopholes, causing the anger of the parents to explode. They took justice into their own hands and burned Freddy alive, believing that would end every tragedy. However, death was not the end. In his final moments, Freddy was granted supernatural power by the dream demons, transforming him into an immortal entity of the dream world. Freddy hunts his victims when they fall asleep, where he holds absolute power. In that distorted realm, Freddy can bend the laws of physics, change shape, manipulate the deepest fears, and turn them into instruments of killing. What makes it terrifying is that injuries in dreams do not disappear upon waking. They follow the victims back into reality, pulling death across the boundary between dream and life. Freddy Krueger does not only kill with the blades attached to his glove, but also with mocking words, maniacal laughter, and prolonged psychological torment. He represents a fear that cannot be escaped, because sooner or later, humans must sleep. In the universe of A Nightmare on Elm Street, dreams are Freddy's absolute domain, where all familiar rules collapse and he becomes the ruler who cannot be challenged. The most terrifying core ability of Freddy is dream manipulation. When a victim falls asleep, Freddy can reconstruct the entire dreamscape, turning the surrounding environment into deadly traps. The wounds inflicted in dreams do not remain in the subconscious, but manifest directly on the physical body, making death unavoidable. Freddy is nearly immortal. He exists through human fear, and as long as the memory of him remains alive in someone's mind, Freddy can be reborn. He can recover from seemingly impossible injuries, regenerate his body from ashes, bones, and even from the pure dream realm itself. Freddy's body is not limited by a fixed form. He can transform into anything, extend his limbs, distort his physical structure to serve his sadistic hunt. Freddy possesses powerful psychic abilities. He can read memories, obsessions, and the deepest guilt of his victims, then turn them into tools of psychological torture. Time and space within dreams are also under his control. Freddy can create endless loops and labyrinths with irrational geometry, leaving victims lost until their minds completely collapse. Freddy also has the ability to control undead entities and manipulate elements such as fire, ice, and earth. The bladed glove is not only a weapon but an extension of fear itself, while ancient spellbooks in his possession open countless dark rituals. Freddy's true terror does not lie in the number of his abilities, but in the way he feeds on fear. The more panic there is, the stronger he becomes. Freddy Krueger is not just a killer. His feats are built upon prolonged psychological torment, where death is only the final conclusion. In 1984, Freddy made audiences shudder when he murdered Tina Gray by suspending her on the ceiling within a dream, turning a peaceful bedroom into an inescapable execution ground. In Dream Warriors, released in 1987, Freddy's brutality reached a new peak. He transformed victims into puppets to control them, devoured them in grotesque forms, and even turned into a television to crush his prey's head in a way that was both grotesque and sarcastic. Freddy's most famous confrontation occurred in Freddy vs. Jason, when he faced Jason Voorhees. Freddy manipulated Jason to spread death, then directly engaged him using psychic power, hurling his opponent with thought and impaling his body. Freddy's destructive scale goes far beyond individuals. He once created a creature capable of threatening the sun, moved multiple stars at terrifying speed, and opened time vortices to throw humans across historical eras. When controlling the Necronomicon, Freddy resurrected thousands of undead, froze Jason, and created sinkholes on a continental scale. The peak of Freddy's power was shown in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, released in 1991, when he manipulated the entire town of Springwood, erased memories of the victims, and turned the place into his personal domain. Although he has at times been pulled out of dreams and temporarily defeated, Freddy always returns thanks to the dream demons. That makes him a symbol of eternal fear. Because as long as humans still sleep, Freddy Krueger has never truly lost. In the confrontation between Pinhead and Freddy Krueger, the balance of power almost immediately tilts toward the Hell Priest from the very first moments. Freddy Krueger is truly an absolute threat only when the battle takes place within a dream, where he controls every rule. But once pulled out of that space, Freddy is reduced to a being at a human level, vulnerable and incapable of resisting metaphysical punishment. Pinhead does not require sleep or fear to exist. As a Cenobite, he belongs to Hell, where will and the laws of Hell form the foundation of power. Pinhead's chains do not merely tear apart the body, they can hook directly into the soul, the very thing Freddy depends on to spread nightmares. While Freddy must cultivate fear to amplify his power, Pinhead is completely immune to that emotion. His cold composure renders every attempt at psychological intimidation from Freddy meaningless. At maximum power, Pinhead demonstrates the ability to manipulate reality across multiple dimensions, including both Hell and the physical world. The scale of his feats reaches planetary devastation and massive size alteration, far beyond the limits Freddy has achieved, even when amplified by fear. Freddy can grow stronger if his opponent trembles, But Pinhead not only does not fear, he can actively sever that source of power by dragging Freddy straight into hell, where dreams lose all meaning. Freddy exists through human memory and fear. Pinhead does not. Although Pinhead can be temporarily banished by the lament configuration, in a direct confrontation, Freddy has no tool to exploit that weakness. Without a dream to hide in, Freddy is merely prey, while Pinhead remains the executioner of hell, the one who delivers the verdict through eternal torment. Pinhead has many ways to finish his opponent without prolonging the battle. He can open a gateway to hell and pull Freddy Krueger into hell, where dreams no longer matter, or directly use his chains to hook into the soul before Freddy can establish control within the dreamscape. Even in the scenario where Freddy successfully drags the fight into the dream world, the advantage does not fully belong to him. Pinhead is not human and does not depend on sleep. Within a dream, Pinhead can still summon other Cenobites, distort space according to the structure of hell, and maintain a far more stable form of immortality than Freddy. Fear, which is Freddy's core source of power, has no effect on Pinhead, a being who does not tremble or waver mentally. The rare condition for Freddy to win would require Pinhead to enter a state similar to sleep and be completely drawn into a deep dream, a situation that is nearly impossible for a pure hell entity. Pinhead will tear Freddy apart piece by piece, not only destroying the body but harvesting the soul and imprisoning it eternally in hell. For Pinhead, this is not just a victory, but an eternal sentence for a nightmare that has gone too far. Pinhead is stronger and wins 8 out of 10. What do you think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.